Yeah, I think that that's a pretty well reasoned like line of thinking for and don't take this the wrong way, for the rectangular guy.
Right.
I honestly before I did like the deep dive and like really listen to you talk about business, tech, marketing, I kind of had you pigeonholed a little bit, which I think a lot of
Right.
people do. Do you find that you get that a lot? Does that affect your business at all? This virality?
Yeah, actually, it has direct effect, indirect effect. I mean, last night I was at the York University, which is a big university in Canada's Schulich, which is like the business school, their investment meeting. And and I'm an active investor, and I run an accelerator, and so I'm actively there. And at that, there's a dozen people that come up to me and be like, "Hey, you're the rectangle guy," and that's sort of so there's this like break off of like the fact that I am there genuinely doing business related activities and people are talking about music instead. So that's interesting. That's like a low impact. On the high impact side, we have people regularly going to the Tree Frog Google reviews and like putting in negative reviews, just saying I hate your song. And literally, there are now people, who are getting their jobs are being damaged, their lives are being damaged because some guy doesn't like my song. And so that's like I'm gonna say offside, and we can go to Google and say please remove this, but there's like a half a dozen negative reviews, and that puts us. People go through to actually do work and help their companies move forward through our own organization, and they get harmed by that. And then the corollary of that is there are also people who love my music who go and give us a Google review and say, "Yay for Sean, love your song," and it's like, well, this is the wrong place for that.
Yeah.
But thank you. I will still take the review. So there's kind of those kinds of effects. There's a lot. So there's a lot of haters of the people just read CEO and then want to pull out a gun and that's not really how I'm around CEOs all day,
Yeah.
and there are bad CEOs like d- deserve some degree of retribution. Not certainly don't agree that they should be shot in the head, but maybe have their life taken away. Not like their money taken away or like fined, put in
Sean,
prison,
please,
whatever.
please tell me that you're about to justify kidnapping CEOs because that would bring everything full rectangle.
Right
Um,
there you go. Kidnapped. That's funny. No, I nobody deserves that. I do think
no.
that there are for every one of those, there's out of 10 CEOs, there's one complete jerk who's totally violating people's rights and look
Mm.
obviously that's happening, especially maybe it's pharmaceutical companies that can't just can't help themselves. Like you started in pharmaceutical because you want to make money off of the suffering of others. I'm not sure that's totally true, but that is definitely where it's going to end up. And at the bottom of the you've got CEOs that are genuinely have businesses that are trying to make things happen, move market, give people jobs, and they work crazy hours and they're under crazy stress and they all die young. It's just like this. But there need to be leaders in the world who are driving and pushing things in order to make things happen. And so those people are, I know they're all my buddies. They not all, but I am friends with many CEOs in the hundreds, if not thousands, because I am in the speaker circuit of CEOs and I'm highly engaged with them on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
did I
I
lose
think
my
that
train of thought? I think
no,
kind
that's
of
all right.
ranting again.
I think that one of my like concerns with the CEO by day, rockstar by night. But obviously that's going to draw hate or whatever. But I would have assumed that it would have some impact on your like client facing um business dealings. Like, do you get people that you go into a business meeting? Is there any friction caused by the music or your virality, or is this seen as like a net positive?
No, most of my clients, most of the people we work with have known me for decades. Like they've
Yeah.
known me as a musician. Like I'm the guy with crazy green hair and I have been forever for 20 years. So like I think there's no sort of net change there. I also for most of the companies that we work with, so our digital marketing agency, fundamentally, it's called digital transformation because we build software and do other things. But fundamentally, it's a fractional outsourced digital marketing company. We help people grow.
Mm.
And the companies we work with are minimum 5 million in revenue. We're not typically dealing with CEO. I usually know them, but we're dealing with people below that. and there's no net effect on them at all. And often, so there are people in their organizations who know me and whatever it is and think it's hilarious, but it's literally just hilarious, and there's no ill feelings or bad feelings that I am
And
aware
it
of
is
anywhere
hilarious.
through. It is hilarious.
And it
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, cool. I could really stay here talking to you all night.
Honestly,
Um,
you're an amazing interviewer. This has been fun. I've just been ranting about myself the whole time like an egotistical maniac. I mean,
that's the
I,
point.
the job,
That's
right?
the whole
Yeah.
idea.
I would love to. When I am ready and I have the next record effectively ready, I would love to come back and have and you be one of the first people, the people, your listeners, be the first people who hear some of the new music.
I would love nothing more. And next time you travel, what I think it's like 9,000 kilometers to come to Australia,
Let's
um,
go.
drop me a line, dude. I'll hook you up with some accommodation or something. Come stay in Shoal Bay.
I want to sleep on that couch. That looks very comfortable with that cigarette pillow.
That's a futon right there.
Oh
That's a
wow. Okay. Yeah,
genuine
yeah.
Japanese futon.
Let's go. I'm a futon fan, so there's nothing wrong with a good futon. Right on,
All right,
man.
dude. Love you, Sean. Thank you so
Much
much.
appreciated.
Stay rectangular and Masterpiece is out now.
You got it. Talk soon.
See you later, bro.
Peace and love.
One
Woo.
love.